So going forward, maybe you could give us a sneak peek of a couple of drinks you're brainstorming for the future. Tell us about the direction you want to take the Cryptid Bartender going forward.
Yeah, so I have a lot of drinks in mind, really. I basically get a planner and write down each week a different theme. So I have a roster, so to speak, for every week of the year already.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm currently working on one that I cannot give too many details yet until tomorrow when I post it, because it's actually also going to be a contest submission and I'm not allowed to give a bunch of details publicly. So, but it's a fun drink. It's a bit of a party drink. And I think a lot of people are really going to like it. I'm currently working on, actually, the next one after that, I'll kind of give some info on. It's based on the Melonhead case. I don't know if you're
Mm.
familiar. Are you familiar with
Are,
that?
are these like escape patients from like a psychiatric ward, or no? Am I totally off base?
It's like these inbred Hickville, like human monstrosity type things with like
Okay.
giant heads, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why they're called the melon heads. So I've got one coming out based off of that. I have one coming out on the Winchester Mystery House in the near future as well.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, so I've got a good selection already planned, but I don't like to give too much detail yet until people can see, you know.
All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. And then maybe this is something we could discuss in the future, but uh, I would wanted to ask you, perhaps you could design a drink for a Deep Wild Tech. I'd be honored, to have something that reflects the page that we have.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to. And also, I just realized I kind of dismissed the second part of your question there for what I'm trying to do with the Cryptid Bartender work in the future. I'm hoping to build up enough of a following to where I can start doing, I do a lot of local conventions, visit those, and so I'm hoping to kind of get enough of a following to where I can actually guest speak at those, because part of one of the reasons why I'm doing this as a whole is to kind of enlighten people on the fact that we just don't know what's out there. And that includes being aware of what's going on with our government, being aware of what's being kept secret from us. And I like people to be more open to researching things themselves. It sounds fun when we're just discussing, oh, maybe there's this creature out there, maybe there's this top secret Illuminati. It's like, guys, no, there's shit going on. And I highly suggest you guys do some research as to what's actually happening in your daily life. So that's a big thing, is I want to get a little more exposure and kind of spread that message out to people more, so they're aware of just how much they don't know about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a really good message to have, and it's absolutely true. Definitely agree with that. So, I guess we know you have your Facebook page, you have your Instagram and your Twitter. Is there anything else you want people to check out? Anything else you want to plug? I guess.
I will be doing a YouTube for actual video tutorials of the drinks soon. Not immediately, but I'm hoping by next month I'll have a few to post so people can actually see how these techniques are done. I would like to show people how to do certain mixology techniques, because a lot of people don't know how to, for instance, how to properly add egg white into a drink, and maybe debunk some fears and myths. Like I mentioned, the absinthe thing, how people still ask, is it going to get you stoned? Is it going to make you hallucinate? No, it's not. Adding egg white to your drink is not going to make you sick, things like that. So if you want to learn more about mixology techniques, and not to mention on the actual tutorials, I want to be able to get more into depth about the history of whatever it is I'm making the drink based off of. I kind of just give a little short blurb on my page or Instagram with the info. I'd like to get more in depth with it, not like a half-hour long show, but really better explain why I'm choosing the ingredients and get more into depth about what it's about.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'd love to have you back again. And I just want to thank you for being the first guest on our podcast. So thank you very much, Harley.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.